everyone, welcome back to Raw FPL. So in this one, it's the Game Week 33 team selection. So Game Week 32 obviously ended yesterday. And yeah, safe to say it was a bit of a disaster for my team. The swing from going to Gordon instead of Murphy was, I think ended up being about 35 points on wildcard 31. So that was, a 50-50 swing, which definitely did not go well at all. Obviously Murphy, even Barnes, I said that if Gordon was going to be ruled out, I was going to go for Barnes. If he wasn't, then I'll probably just play it safe and go for Murphy. In the end, it looked like he might play, so I just decided to stick. And then, obviously went Barnes went and smashed it, Murphy went and smashed it, and Gordon got me a nice 2 points. So yeah, a bit of a disaster game week 32. In this one, I'm going to be talking about game week 33, which is the next big double game week. We'll also touch upon Game Week 34, which is obviously the blank, and just the final running for the season, really. So if you do like this one, please do drop a like and hit subscribe if you're new. We're getting closer and closer to 100 subscribers, so if you do find it useful, please do consider subscribing, and let's jump into it. So, as I said, Game Week 32 did not go to plan at all. Going for Gordon instead of Murphy or Barnes. If I'd have gone for either of them, I'd have been, obviously Barnes got about 27 points, and Murphy got 19 points. Gordon came and got 2. So, not ideal. Everything that could have gone wrong pretty much went wrong. So, Guardiola, he blanked when really I should have probably played Konza. The reason I benched Konza was because Southampton, obviously, really good team to play, but I didn't know if Konza was going to start or not, so that's why I went to Guardiola. In hindsight, obviously, maybe I should have gone for Konza instead. Munoz, -1 in a double game week. Absolutely unreal, really. 0 and then -1. Conceded 10 goals, which is pretty crazy. And the Palace just don't look good. I mean, obviously, Newcastle away and Man City away are two pretty tough fixtures. And they do have Bournemouth and Arsenal in the next double game week, which is obviously game week 33. So, I wouldn't go selling your Palace players, I don't think. But equally, obviously, they didn't perform well at all. I don't think I'd be selling them. I think I'd definitely give them this double game week at least. Burn, he get the 7 points. Gordon, as I said, the less I talk about Gordon, probably the better. Salah, he picked up 6 points. Savinho was another disappointment. Obviously, he only came on and got the 1 point cameo. So he's now not started 2 in a row. So I'll talk about Savinho a bit more in the next section. But I'm really tempted to get De Bruyne, but I'll talk about that in a bit. Salah getting 7 points. Mateta, he got the 2. He looks like he's a bit of an issue now because he's gone off, 45 minutes and then 55 minutes. So he does look a bit of an issue. Again, I don't think I'd be selling him because there's not many forwards to talk about. I'll touch on that in the next section as well. Isak, he got the 11 points, which if you triple captained, I think if you watch that game against Palace, you can count yourself a bit unlucky. He obviously did get the goal in the end, but he could have had a hat-trick. Marmoush getting the goal, and then Saka, he got the 1 pointer as well. So, 56 points, an absolute disaster, really. It's dropped me from I think I was at 170k down to 282k. So it's over 100,000k drop in one game week. So, not ideal. So let's take a look at game week 33. I've got 3 free transfers. So, I think the team does look in a good position. So let's take a look at that now. So game week 33 then. As I say, this is the biggest double game week so far in the season. And it probably will be the biggest double game week. We might have one in 36 as well. But that's yet to be confirmed. And this is how the team is currently lining up. I will be playing my bench boost here as well. So the bench doesn't really matter. But I do try and like to play, the bench that I would actually play. So I probably would be benching Dan Burn, and I'll be starting Konza. So as you can see, I've got Raya in net, Ipswich away, Palace at home, good fixtures. Definitely not going to transfer him out. I think he is the best goalkeeper to go for. I do still think the Arsenal defence is still good, without Gabriel there. So I think Raya's good. If you need a keeper, I definitely think he's the best one. Guardiola, again, I think he's probably the best Man City defender. He's the most nailed. You could go for Diaz as well. But if you got the money, I'd just go for Guardiola. Konza, he's just really cheap. But to be honest, I don't know. I don't like the fixtures at all. He's only there really because he did have the double game weeks. But again, if you don't have someone like Kivior or someone like a Connor Bradley, I think Bradley is actually a better pick than Konza, really. He's got Leicester away. So I would probably be targeting Bradley or Kivior for like similar sort of price. Then we've got Munoz. Hopefully he can do better than -1. I still think he's so attacking. I still think he's quite good. Whether or not I buy him, I don't know. I think I still prefer, the likes of Guardiola, Saliba, Kivior, even Bradley, and then potentially Munoz next. Salah, again, he's even a potentially captaincy shout because all the other midfielders and all the other attackers, apart from maybe Marmoush, you don't know if they're going to start both games. So Salah, he could even be a captaincy shout. But for me, I just like to target the double game weekers. So I've got Savinho, and then I've got Sarr in the midfield. And Savinho, yeah, he's missed out on the last 2 games, but he has had a rest now, and there was rumours that he was meant to start, but for whatever reason, Pep just changed it last minute. So if you've got Savinho, I think you just hold on to him. Obviously, De Bruyne does look really tempting. If you were choosing both, like new, between Savinho or De Bruyne, I probably would choose De Bruyne if you can afford him. But I wouldn't go ripping your team up because, to be honest, I think they'll both start 1, and I think they'll both be benched for 1. So if you've got Savinho, I don't think it's worth a transfer to swap him to De Bruyne. As much as I'm so tempted to do, I think I'm probably going to stick with Savinho. But yeah, I'll show you the 2 potential moves in a minute. So Savinho stays for now. I've got Sarr again. I don't think it's worth a transfer. Potential Rodgers if you don't have Rodgers, but again, I think Sarr, for an attacking point of view, Bournemouth and Arsenal, like Sarr could definitely get something there. And then Saka, he is definitely a good captaincy option. It's just whether or not, because they're obviously through into the Champions League final, then I just don't know if it's worth to risk it with Saka, because Saka, he's got Ipswich away and he's got Crystal Palace at home. 2 really good fixtures, but will he start both of them? I'm just not sure he will. So I've currently got Marmoush as captain because he's pretty safe pick, I think. I think he will start both. But equally, Saka definitely could be a good pick. If you are trying to chase rank, then if you do have De Bruyne, yeah, I quite like that. I think that's quite a good punt. I think De Bruyne is definitely the best punt, really. I think it'll be between Marmoush and Saka for the captaincy armband. Then I've got Mateta. Again, he was subbed again before the 60th minute. But for me, obviously I've got him now. I don't think it's worth a transfer. So I'm keeping hold of Mateta. And then Isak. There is debate to swap Isak to Watkins. But Watkins, he was benched again. And I think Rashford is the number 1. I think it's higher up in the pecking order for that number 9 shirt. So I don't think it's worth doing a transfer Isak to Watkins. I just think, Isak as well, especially if you don't have your free hit, he plays in 34 and he's got Ipswich. So I just think, I don't know, I don't think it's worth a transfer personally. I think Watkins, if he was playing, every game, then fair enough, I'd probably do it. But yeah, personally, I think just because of the uncertainty in Watkins, I'm not sure it's worth it. Then on the bench, as I said, I will be bench boosting. I've currently got Areola, Gordon, Gabriel who's injured, and then Dan Burn. So, the moves that I'm thinking of doing. The first one, obviously, Gabriel is definitely got to go because he's been out for a while. So the first one is get Saliba in. He's obviously the sort of main pick, really. He's the obvious one to go for. He should start both in the double. So that will be Saliba in, and obviously I would be playing him, but it doesn't really matter. So I'm thinking Saliba in, and then the next thing is I don't really think Gordon. I don't think he'll start because Barnes has been playing so well. I just don't think Gordon will start. He's been absolutely flying, Harvey Barnes. So I think I want an Aston Villa player because obviously they've got this double, and Rodgers, he just plays. He's a bit of a machine. He just plays constantly. So I'm thinking Rodgers. That's the next move. And then I've got 1.4 mil in the bank. So the next one would probably be selling Dan Burn. And then I do like the look of Connor Bradley. Leicester away. Obviously, Trent has been apparently he's back in training now, but I don't think he'll start. I think it's definitely going to be Connor Bradley. Leicester away. I only really need him for this game week. So yeah, that is probably what I'm going to do there. So it'll be Gabriel out, Saliba in. It'll be Gordon out, Rodgers in, and then it'll be Dan Burn out, Bradley in. And I've got a bench there of Areola, Isak, Konza with a double, and then Bradley. So that's option one. Option two would be this is the bit more rogue one, which I do quite like, but I think it's less likely to do. So Gabriel out, Kivior in. Again, he should play both in the double. So if you can't get Saliba, I think Kivior's fine. But Saliba is just that bit more nailed, I suppose. So yeah, Kivior would obviously play. I'd then get rid of Savinho, and I'd get De Bruyne. And I can just about do this. So if I then sell Gordon, and I would get Rodgers like that. So then I would have a bench of Isak, Dan Burn, and Konza. So yeah, and I've got just enough money to do that. So I don't know, it's so tight. I think it's very 50-50. Again, if I'll obviously bench boost that, and I would probably captain Marmoush. So that's how it looked like. And I think there's obviously FPL.team think it's quite close as well, because there's only about 0.5 points in it. So yeah, let me know what you think. I'm currently thinking of just sticking to the Savinho one, but this is definitely an option as well. Obviously, De Bruyne, he could do really well, and I can just about afford it. So I'm going to have a think about it. As normal, I'll post in the comments what I do. I'd say I'm probably leaning 60-40 to the other one. So 40% chance that I do this, 60% chance that I do the Savinho one. So yeah, it's a bit up in the air, but I think I'll probably do Burn to Bradley. Get him in there. I'll probably do Gabriel to Saliba. This one feels safer for sure, but maybe I just need to take a bit more risk now because I've dropped massively. And then it was gonna be Gordon out for Rodgers. Yeah, so that's the other kind of option as well. And then, as I say, I'll free hit 34. So if you're not free hitting, definitely Newcastle's still good. And you've just got, because look at all these blanks now. So you need to be careful if you are free hitting. Just keep an eye. You can use FPL.team, and yeah, obviously there's so many blanks there. So yeah, that is the current plan. I'm going to use all three transfers. It just depends which one I do. It's either going to be the Savinho one or the De Bruyne one. I think at the moment I'm probably 60% going to do this. So yeah, let me know what your thoughts are. Captain will probably go on Marmoush. There is a chance he goes on Saka, but yeah, I think Marmoush. And if I do bring De Bruyne in, there's a small chance of going De Bruyne. We could wait for leaks, but actually I'm on a stag do. So it's my stag do tomorrow. And Saturday I'm going to be busy, so I won't be able to be looking for leaks and things. So I'm just going to have to basically hope that I choose the right one. So yeah, that's it for this video. If you did enjoy this one, please do hit that like button and do consider subscribing if you're new. And I'll catch you after the deadline. So best of luck all, and yeah, thanks for watching. Cheers.